Sometimes life's most extraordinary moments begin with the simplest acts of love. A young boy armed with nothing but a jar of coins and a dream to make his hard-working mom smile walks into a jewelry store on a mission. What he didn't know was that his small gesture of love would collide with the presence of Elon Musk, creating a moment so powerful it would leave everyone in the room speechless. This is a story of kindness, sacrifice, and the magic of unexpected encounters that you'll never forget. The small town of Boulder, Colorado was bathed in the soft glow of a setting sun as a young boy named Leo hurried down the cobbled streets, clutching a glass jar. Inside it was his world of savings, months of nickels, dimes, and quarters, painstakingly collected for one purpose. At just 9 years old, Leo had a heart bigger than most, and his mission was simple: to gift his hard-working mother something truly special for her birthday. Leo's mom, a nurse working grueling hours, always managed to return home with a tired smile. Her words resonated with him. "Leo, no matter how hard the day gets, you make it worth every moment." But he knew her sacrifices. She deserved more than the cards or picked flowers he'd given in the past. This year he wanted something tangible, something she could cherish forever. Leo's determination was unshaken as he stepped into a quaint jewelry store, its bell jingling softly overhead. The place was owned by an elderly couple, Mr. and Mrs. Harper, known for their warm smiles and patience. The glass displays sparkled under golden lights, showcasing treasures far beyond what Leo could afford. Yet, he was undeterred. Mrs. Harper greeted him with her usual warmth, bending slightly to meet his earnest gaze. "What can I do for you, young man?" Leo hesitated, gripping the jar tightly. "It's for my mom. Her birthday's coming, and I want something special." His voice was barely audible, but the determination in his eyes spoke volumes. Mrs. Harper smiled gently, counting the coins he poured out on the counter, $5.72. She reached into a display case and pulled out a delicate silver pendant shaped like a heart. "This one is simple but beautiful. I think your mom would love it." Leo's face lit up, his excitement evident. Just as Mrs. Harper began wrapping the pendant, the atmosphere shifted. A sleek electric vehicle pulled up outside, its futuristic design drawing stares. The door opened, and out stepped none other than Elon Musk, accompanied by two men in suits. The air seemed charged as he entered, his presence commanding yet calm. Leo froze, his breath hitching as Elon glanced briefly his way before approaching the counter. "Good afternoon," Elon said, his voice smooth yet grounded. "I'm looking for a gift, something meaningful but understated." As Mrs. Harper assisted Elon, Leo couldn't help but marvel. The man he had read about in magazines, a visionary, was now just a few feet away. And what happened next would leave Leo, the Harpers, and even Elon's security team in complete awe. Elon Musk's sharp gaze drifted to the small box Mrs. Harper was wrapping for Leo. "What's that?" he asked, his curiosity piqued. Mrs. Harper paused, glancing at Leo before replying, "It's a pendant this young man saved up for. A gift for his mother's birthday." Elon's expression softened, his focus shifting to Leo. "That's a thoughtful gift," he said, his tone warm but inquisitive. "How long did it take you to save for it?" Leo hesitated, his cheeks flushing slightly. "Months," he admitted quietly. "I did chores, skipped snacks at school, and saved every coin I could." Elon nodded, impressed by the boy's resolve. His own journey, though vastly different, had been fueled by hard work and an unrelenting vision. He crouched slightly, meeting Leo's eyes. "Your mom must be an incredible person if you'd work so hard for her." Leo's lips quivered as he nodded. "She is. She works so much and still finds time to make me feel loved. I wanted to give her something special to show her how much I care." For a moment the room fell silent. Even Elon's security detail, typically stoic and detached, seemed moved by the boy's words. Elon straightened, his mind racing with thoughts of his own mother and the sacrifices she had made during his childhood. He turned back to Mrs. Harper. "Do you have something even more special? Something that could match what this young man's heart is trying to say?" Mrs. Harper carefully retrieved a gold pendant from the display case, a delicate design in the shape of a star. It shimmered under the light, simple yet elegant. Elon examined it briefly, then placed it on the counter beside the silver pendant Leo had chosen. "This," Elon said, addressing Mrs. Harper, "is perfect." He turned to Leo, his tone soft yet firm. What do you think? Would your mom like this one better? Leo stared at the star pendant, awestruck. It's beautiful, he whispered, his voice shaky. But I don't have enough money for that. Elon smiled faintly, pulling out his wallet. Consider it my gift to your mom. And to you. Leo's eyes widened in disbelief. You mean, you'd do that? Why? Elon crouched down again, his gaze steady and sincere. Because kindness is the greatest investment we can make. Your mom deserves to feel as loved as you clearly want her to. And you, Leo, are a reminder that even the smallest gestures can mean the world. Mrs. Harper rang up the purchase as Leo stood frozen, overwhelmed by emotion. Elon handed the gold pendant to Mrs. Harper for wrapping, then placed his hand gently on Leo's shoulder. Make sure you tell your mom how much she means to you when you give her this, okay? Leo nodded, tears brimming in his eyes. Thank you. Thank you so much. As Mrs. Harper handed the beautifully wrapped box to Leo, Elon prepared to leave. But before he did, he turned back and spoke words that would linger in the hearts of everyone present. The world needs more people like you, Leo. People who remind us that love and effort are priceless. Never lose that. The bell above the door jingled softly as Elon exited, leaving behind a room charged with emotion. Leo clutched the gift tightly to his chest, feeling the weight of not just the pendant, but the kindness he had just experienced. Leo walked home that evening, the small box held carefully in his hands as though it contained the entire world. The setting sun cast a golden glow over the streets, and for the first time in a long while, everything seemed brighter. His mind raced with thoughts of his mom and the moment he'd surprise her. He couldn't wait to see her reaction. But more than that, he felt a warmth inside him, a feeling of being seen, valued, and supported by someone as extraordinary as Elon Musk. When Leo stepped into their modest apartment, his mom was folding laundry on the couch. She looked up, her face lighting up with the familiar, warm smile she always reserved for him. "Hey, sweetheart," she said, brushing a strand of hair from her forehead. "How was your day?" Leo grinned, unable to hide his excitement. "It was good, Mom. You'll see why soon." She chuckled, shaking her head. "You're always up to something, aren't you?" she teased, though her voice carried a tone of deep affection. For the next few days, Leo kept the gift hidden under his bed, checking on it each night to make sure it was still safe. On the morning of her birthday, he couldn't wait any longer. He walked into the living room where his mom was sipping coffee, holding the neatly wrapped box behind his back. "Happy birthday, Mom," he said, his voice trembling slightly as he brought the gift forward. "This is for you." Her hands froze midair, her eyes widening in surprise. Slowly, she reached for the box, her face a mix of curiosity and joy. As she carefully unwrapped it and opened the lid, the golden star pendant caught the morning sunlight, shimmering brilliantly. Her eyes welled with tears as she looked at her son, her voice breaking. "Leo, it's beautiful. How did you—" Leo's smile widened. "I saved up for months, Mom. I wanted you to have something special because you're the best mom ever." She pulled him into a tight embrace, her tears falling freely. "You didn't have to do this," she whispered. "Having you is the best gift I could ever ask for." Leo felt a lump in his throat as he hugged her back, but his thoughts lingered on the man who had made this moment possible. "There's more to the story, Mom," he said, his voice brimming with excitement. "You'll never believe who helped me." He recounted the events at the jewelry store, the surprise of Elon Musk's arrival, his kindness, and his heartfelt words. His mom listened intently, her emotions shifting from astonishment to gratitude. By the time he finished, she wiped her tears and smiled through them. "That's incredible, Leo, but do you know what's even more amazing? You, your heart, and your effort, you're my greatest treasure." The story of that day quickly spread throughout their community. Neighbors, teachers, and friends marveled at the generosity of Elon Musk and the determination of a young boy who simply wanted to make his mom feel special. For Leo, though, the most lasting impression wasn't just the gift itself, but the profound lesson Elon had imparted, the power of kindness. As the years passed, Leo carried that lesson with him. Whether helping a classmate, supporting his mom, or offering a kind word to a stranger, he made it his mission to create moments of compassion and warmth. And as he did, the ripple effect of that one act continued to grow, touching lives far beyond what he could have ever imagined. So if there's one takeaway from this story, it's this. A single act of kindness can spark a chain reaction that changes lives in ways you might never see. And who knows, maybe you'll inspire someone else to pass it on. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to keep spreading positivity. Share this video with someone who might need a little reminder of the beauty of kindness. See you in the next story.